Welcome to the party.
Thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Topic thunder. What's up, the Greg?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? New background, looking
A
good.
little bit, yeah. Let's see if we can boost our signal a little bit. I've moved to
Yeah.
another section of my house.
Well, it's appreciated. It's appreciated.
Kicked out everybody else.
I do miss you at the studio, FYI. But we got to do what we got to do. So, for those of you that do not know what Topic Thunder is, I think we're at our 12th episode. So, yeah. Anyway, Topic Thunder. It's a very quick little. I guess what would you call this? Like just a nice little treat of one topic at random, and we discuss it. Try to keep it between 7 to 12, maybe 14, 15 minutes, depending on the subject, and we leave it there, and then we're out. So you can enjoy this on your lunch break. You can enjoy this on your commute to your work. You can enjoy this on your commute back from work. Whenever you can get a break in, folks.
Or you can just binge us for like 2 hours and just get all of them in at once.
Yeah, that would be awesome. All right, here we go. Going to our random fact of the day. My mouse is all messed up today. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's little batteries. Okay. A little deep already. Are some lies okay?
yeah, they are.
Yeah, I think they are too. What lies aren't okay? No, that's a dumb question. I think
Let's flip it. It's easier that way.
yeah,
But you and I talked about this because you are a relatively new dad. You remember this conversation we had in your kitchen? You were like, I never want to lie to my kids. Like, that's something you just didn't want to do. And
I think I meant I remember this conversation now, and what I meant really about that was like, do I want to lie to her about like grandma dying or the birds and the bees? Do I want to lie or like, things like that? I guess white lies, right? No,
Yeah.
Would that constitute a white lie, or is a white lie like, no, honey, you look great in that dress?
It depends on. I think it all depends on the topic. But you're right. I mean, is grandma dying? I mean, how long has she been dead? I mean, there's kind of like, those kind of questions where it's like it depends on the situation. But I had told you, I'm like, you lie to your kids all the time. Like, my middle schooler will come up to me and say, "Hey, Dad, are we gonna go?" He's a big aquarium lover. He's like, "Hey, are we going to go to the aquarium store today?" And I'll say, "Maybe."
That's not a lie.
And I know damn well what I really mean is, no, I've got no time today. We have no budget for you to go drop, the money at the aquarium store. But I say maybe just to kind of placate him, and then he goes away, and next thing you know, it's dinner time, and he's like, "We didn't go to the aquarium store today." Yeah, you're right. We didn't. Oops.
So do you think he's catching on?
Probably. I mean, yeah. They catch on quick. They're like, maybe just means no.
Or so when you say maybe, do they go, oh?
Actually, he was the one when he was like 3 or 4. And this is when just the cute age, like doing stuff.
Yeah.
And he's in the back of the car in his car seat. And he asked a question. I don't even remember what the question was. And I look and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, maybe later." And he just goes, "I don't like laters." I'm like, and then Kristen and I, my wife, we're just laughing up in the front because we're like, you know what? I don't like laters either.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think, gosh, it's funny too because we want them to not lie, but yet we're gonna sit there and fib. We're gonna white lie. We're gonna lie to protect them. We're gonna lie to not get into it. We're gonna lie to. It's almost like this small little stopgap. You know,
Mhm.
it's like I'm too busy. You
And I
know,
certainly don't. I don't mean to lie to my kids. I don't want to lie to them about like the major things in life. But you're right in some of the stuff that you want to protect your kids. And it's when you say later or not right now, or maybe it's a right out no, you're probably going to follow up that conversation later on in life at some point, and
Yeah.
the truth will get out there. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, some of the questions they ask, you're just going to be like, it'll be a straight up yes or no. And in the back of your head, you're like, I know I'm lying to you right now, but we'll figure it out later. But right now, you're just not ready for it,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
So outside of kids, what do you think, man? Do you think there's some brave soul out there that told his wife what he really thought about a certain dress or of
Yeah,
a certain way?
yeah. I mean, and there is, and you hear about them. And
I haven't heard about them.
stand-up comics have material for years on stupid people that tell the truth, maybe when they shouldn't have. And it's bad because I don't want to sound like I'm saying, yeah, no, lying is absolutely fine. There's no problem with that at all. But there are times when you just are not 100% truthful, or you're doing it to save another person, to save their feelings. You know.
Or sometimes, Greg, you're just saying it so you don't get in a fight.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
You know, there's people
Yeah.
that if they call you and they want to hang out on a weekend, and you're just not feeling it, but you know if you say, you know what, I know I'm going to have a long Saturday. I'm just not going to feel up to it. I can already tell you that it's just not going to work out. That person that you're telling that to, what they may be actually hearing is, I'm not important enough for you to even consider hanging out with on Saturday.
Yeah.
So what you end up saying is, yeah, maybe let's see how the day goes, when you know that that's a lie. So is that, I mean, if you take the hard edge on it, yes, it's a lie,
Yeah.
but you're doing it to save the other person. So I don't know where we cross on that. It's probably something I should talk to my pastor about and be like, so do I need to pray for forgiveness on the little lies that I'm doing to save other people? How does that work out? Because I'd really like to know.
So, what do you what's your stance on the whole? Hey, a lie is a lie is a lie is a lie.
I don't know. I mean, I know that I've been in situations where I tell people what they want to hear in order to save a situation. Sometimes my own ass, it could be.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't. I can tell you, I'm teaching my kids don't lie. Um, at the same time, knowing I'm a liar. So I mean, and there's no way around it.
Yeah. No, it's it's a really interesting little tangled web we weave. You know.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I don't think the world wants you to tell the truth a lot. I think people want you to lie, or they only want you to, you know, tell them what they want to hear. So you're lying, in some instances, um, like, hey, did you listen to the Johnny Angel podcast? Yeah, man, I had a great time listening to
You were great.
it. Yeah, right.
And you're going, well, I know you didn't listen now.
Yeah. Right.
No, I mean, when I was working with teenagers a lot more, and they would come up to me, and there were some kids that were like, I had to be the truth teller for them because they had been lied to a lot by teachers, parents, family members. I remember one kid who it was his dream was to go into the military. He wanted to go into the army like his dad.
Yeah.
He was a kid who was uh, on a lot of medications at the time, psychotropic medications,
Wow.
and the military won't take you if you're on those. You have to be off of those, I think, for a year, and you have to prove that you've been off them for a year before you can apply. And this kid, he came to the school late, so he came during his senior year. He moved
Yeah.
to our school, and I had him, and we're starting career planning, and I'm going. I had to be the bearer of bad news, and I had to bring him and his dad in and say, "Hey, no, I don't get the feeling like anybody's ever told you this before, but the military is, as of right now, not an option right after high school. I'm not saying it can't be an option later, but he has to prove that he's off these medications for a year." And his dad's looking at me like he can't ever go off these medications. I said, well, if you're saying that, then I have to say that the military is not an option. And this kid blew up.
You mean like he got violent?
He wasn't not violent like he wanted to punch me. Well, maybe he did want to punch me. I don't know. He didn't. But no, he looked like a guy flying off the handle. Like he got up out of his chair and took his papers and threw them, and so and so lied to me, and so lied. And I'm like, yeah, they did. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know this person, but
yeah,
I can tell you, like, if we bring the recruiter in right now, he's gonna say no. And they did. They called the recruiting office for the town we were in, and they told him to say, yeah, that's the teacher. That's not a thing. So
yeah,
it was heartbreaking. I felt really bad for the kid.
I'm sure,
because that's his only, like, that was his plan.
His goal, yeah. His goal, yeah. So, talking to you, thinking about this as we're discussing this, I think the best way to go about this is just say maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Did you do this, sir? Maybe.
All right, depends who's asking. If the police are asking you, just tell the truth. That's the best way to do it.
Maybe.
Honey, do I look good in this?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's. Have you done that? Have you told your wife when something doesn't look good, or you say that?
Yeah, actually, we're pretty good about that. We're actually pretty good about that. I'll be honest. Very rarely do I think she doesn't look good. See, I'm weird, Greg. Like,
well,
if she's in like a sweatshirt and sweatpants with her ponytail and a hat on, I'm like, you look hot.
Well, and that's every husband should say that. Like any husband who's literally going to look at his wife and be like, no, well, they'd be like, yeah, you're ugly now. I don't want to do it. Fuck that guy. I mean, that's really, and I'm usually not too crass on the show, but literally, fuck that guy.
Right.
But like Chris and I, we've had to figure it out, like, because I wouldn't tell her when things looked bad, and then she'd get mad at me because then she'd go out, or she would catch the mirror or whatever, and she'd be like, "Did you see this? Oh yeah, I saw that, and you didn't want to tell me." Well, I didn't want to make it sound. She's like, no, she's relying on me to tell her those things.
Yeah. It's definitely a conversation
right here or something like that. I mean, so I don't ever answer the question. I do answer the question. Yeah, you look good. And then she says, well, what's up with the dress or the outfit or whatever? And that's when I'll start to mention, well, the fabric isn't right here, or it's kind of, bunching here. It doesn't, and then she'll get the idea. Because then it's, I mean, and I'm being truthful at that point. Like, whatever it is just isn't working.
Yeah,
But
usually Ursula will say, does this look better or does this look better? So I at least have an option.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so that works for us. All right. So I would say for the most part, lying, is it okay? No, but it's kind of a necessary evil through life.
And it's unavoidable. Every human lies.
Yeah. And if you get stuck and you don't know what to say, follow Johnny and the Greg and just say, maybe.
I'm going to put that on you. Follow the Johnny.
All right. So let's go. Let's end our show with a random fact of the day. Here we go. 1 to 3% of the world's population is known as the sleepless elite. This group of people routinely get 6 hours or less of sleep daily and remain totally functional. That's you?
Well, I wouldn't call myself elite, but yeah, I'm like, if I get 6 hours, That's probably the norm. Now, I'm not saying I'm a high functioning human being and that I'm rocking it in any.
Wow.
I should get more, but life is life, and like
I think I don't
probably-
think that's what they're talking about, Greg. I think what
no,
I think what
not.
they're
talking
saying
about
is
these hard driving CEOs that are on their phone 24/7 making business deals, and then go to sleep, which is essentially a power nap for some of these folks, and then they get up and they do it again.
and they're totally like I think what they're talking about here is they're well rested. Like it's like no big deal to them. It's like you ever hear of Jocko Willink?
Name's kind of familiar, but
He's a Navy SEAL and he's pretty
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's mentioned a couple of times that he only needs to function on like 5 hours and he's raring to go. So
I know a
Yeah.
guy who works for GE, and he's high up in the GE, stratosphere there.
yeah.
And he said he went out to dinner with like the CEO of GE, whose name I can't remember. But it's the CEO, and the CEO's like buddies, and they're at some amazing steak place in like Cincinnati or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's looking around and he's noticing all these guys. Now they're down for dinner, and the CEO's like, "Hey guys, get whatever you want. Everything's expensed." So like, bourbon is top shelf. The steaks are just great. And he said there was no conversation because everybody was on their phone, just working away. Like, couldn't put their phone down. They put it down. They get another email. They got to pick it up, and they're back at it again. He's like, these guys are literally going from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to sleep. Now they're making millions of dollars, but for me, not a trade-off.
Oh no. I would like I'd like to be a sleepless elite. I think I could get more done, or maybe I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. So, all right, folks, that's it for this show. Greg, thank you so much. See you guys next Monday.
Yeah.
Take care. Let's see if I can find my cursor.